I've done so many Project Community stories at food banks, food pantries, and food giveaways all over the city, many of them in neighborhoods without a grocery store. I've talked to neighbors who just want to know why it's so hard to get and keep a grocery store in their community. So I set out to answer those questions.
Anybody want cabbage?
Anybody else need a bag?
Providing fresh, free produce for communities that need it most.
People deserve these options.
Matt Burke and his team with Food Rescue Baltimore support food giveaways all over the city, including outside of Umar Boxing in West Baltimore.
The apples are over here.
They recover food that would otherwise go to waste and put it in the hands of people who need it and want it.
Plenty of people are interested in having access to healthy food. What we do is 90% fruits and vegetables, so they wouldn't be here if they weren't interested in having access to healthy food. So the demand is certainly there.
But the access isn't always there.
In this area, it's not really any supermarkets around here for people to get groceries.
I would love to see, grocery stores, more grocery stores all around this city.
The most recent data from the city shows 51 grocery stores in Baltimore or within a quarter of a mile of the city line in 2024. Some neighborhoods like Canton have multiple grocery stores within walking distance, but 16% of people in the city don't have a grocery store in their neighborhood at all, or they live in a healthy food priority area. The city defines a healthy food priority area as a place where access to healthy food is limited, where the median household income is $59,477.50 or less for a family of four, where more than 30% of households don't have a car, and where the nearest supermarket is more than a quarter of a mile away. Taylor Lefebvre is the chief of food policy and planning for the city of Baltimore. It's a rare position. Only about 25 other cities across the country have one, but he says Baltimore needs it as the city continues to right historic wrongs.
Baltimore was the first city in the country over 100 years ago to pass a policy that later became known as redlining. So there has been a long history here in Baltimore of racial segregation by neighborhoods, and therefore through redlining, showing on maps like what neighborhoods really should be disinvested in, both for like black home ownership, but then also for businesses as a whole. So there's been a long history of disinvestment in those neighborhoods by grocery stores.
And Lefebvre says that continues today. Though the city offers tax and financial incentives to get grocery stores to open, Lefebvre says attracting and retaining stores is still a challenge.
Some challenges are that are often mentioned by grocery store chains are, is there enough, when they look at the demographics of the area, like is there enough income or wealth in that neighborhood to support them opening a grocery store and it being profitable. There are also, concerns about theft from the stores and various things.
Baltimore and other cities across the nation are also seeing less smaller, independent grocery stores. Lefebvre says that's because the FTC has not been enforcing the Robinson-Patman Act, which outlaws price discrimination that could hurt smaller businesses. But Lefebvre says he and his team are shifting their focus, getting creative, supporting grassroots efforts on the ground to provide fresh, free produce to neighbors who need it most, whether they have a grocery store in their neighborhood or not.
Yes, we always want to attract and retain more brick and mortar grocery stores, but that there are other ways and perhaps more sustainable ways, both for the environment and for the city as a whole going forward, to access fruits and vegetables.
And I'll tell you how you can access fresh fruits and vegetables beyond brick and mortar grocery stores in Baltimore City in part 2 of this story. In West Baltimore, I'm Brianna Ross, WBAL TV 11 News.